Good morning. In my last coffee jam, I talked about the importance of Archangel Michael and the Book of Enoch and the Oath of Ekebekar. I want to talk more about the herb and how Michael was so important around the cannabis plant. I'm going to read parts of chapter 4 and chapter 24 and chapter 25 of the Book of Enoch. You have to be very careful when you're looking at these different versions of the Book of Enoch, because there's some of them are not the same as others. This one I don't like as much as the one I have on Audible. It has way more depth in it, but I'm going to read from this anyways. It's pretty close enough. And from thence I went to another place of the earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire which burned day and night. And I went beyond it and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all different from each from the other. And the stone thereof were magnificent and beautiful, magnificent as a whole, of glorious appearance and far exterior. 3 towards the east, one found on the other, and 3 towards the south, one upon the other. Deep, rough ravines, no one which joined with any other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of them, and it exiled them in height, resembled the seat of a throne, and fragrant trees encircled the throne. And amongst them was a tree, as I had never yet smelt, neither was any amongst them, nor with others like it. It had a fragrance beyond all fragrance, and its leaf and bloom and wood withered not forever. And its fruit is beautiful, and the fruit resembles the dates of the palm. And I said, how beautiful is this tree, and fragrant is its leaf, are fair, and its bloom very delightful in appearance. Then answered Michael, one of the holy and honorable angels that was with me, and presided over them. And he said unto me, Enoch, why dost thou ask me regarding the fragrance of the tree? And why dost thou wish to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I wish to know everything about everything. I wish to know about everything, especially this tree, but especially about this tree. And he answered, saying, this high mountain which thou hast seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is his throne, where the Holy Great One, the Lord of glory, the eternal King, will sit when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. And as for the fragrant tree, is no power to touch until the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all and bring everything to its consummation forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and the holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord and the eternal King. Then shall they rejoice with joy and be glad, and into the holy place they shall enter, and its fragrance shall be in their bones. And they shall live a long life on earth, such as their ancestors lived. And in their days shall no sorrow or plague or torment or calamity touch them. Then bless I the God of glory and the eternal King, who has prepared such things for the righteous, and hath created them and promised to give to them. Praise the Lord of glory. Praise the Lord of glory. So this plant in here is representative of many healing plants. You could look at it as a archetypal story for many plants. However, this plant, where the Rastas and many of Africa and stuff that praise this plant know the book, that plant they're talking about is cannabis. And there's all these studies coming out that in its raw form, it blocks viruses from entering the cells. And many in its decarboxylated form, which is cooked or smoked, has many other health benefits. And there's a lot of ganja prophets from Rastafari. So when I sit in an Irie meditation after smoking or eating a THC heavy cannabis, that's where I get these visions. That's where I get these words that come to me. That's where the Lord shows me, and that I'm doing something wrong. It's where I connected and learned all of this stuff. And so, yes, we should be very intentional about how we use cannabis, because it can be used to escape also. It's about how you use cannabis is where you're going to find the magic. I know a lot of people that just smoke and they just play video games or smoke the right strains that are usually like, heavy indica strains that are easy for us to just separate from the separate and escape. Well, those are not the best ones to use. We should be using the high CBD strains and being very intentional about how we use cannabis. And yes, times I use it for let's say to calm myself or escape from something also, and that's not always bad also. But once you become dependent on using it to escape, then you're never going through the things you need to go through. But if you use it to meditate on those things rather than to get into a movie or get in just like to lose yourself, then you're missing the point of what cannabis is for. We have an endocannabinoid system, and this system is very important for us. And so I'm going to play you guys a song, and it's called Know Your Roots. And it's a song I wrote right after legalization. Peter Tosh said, legalize it, don't criticize it. But guess what? If he knew what legalization did to cannabis and what it did to the herb, I think he would be thinking a little different and maybe thinking decriminalize it. Maybe it would have been better, because once all these huge corporations got a hold of it, right before the Great Judgment, before it was supposed to be power to be touched, the Canadian government, which we are in the Great Judgment now, in 2018, they legalized it, took all the power, these billion-dollar companies, and did this pump and dump scheme around the world and screwed over the world before the Great Judgment with this plant. That's evil. That's why this plant is for the elect,
Feel that? Bring it back. No, you don't know where your roots start. They grow right from our heart. You don't know where your roots start. All you know is your stocks and your bonds, yeah. Are you gonna tell me I am evil? Cut me down and tell me I'm a criminal. And as soon as it becomes legal, you sell all your investments to all the rich people. If you really knew what this herbs speak for, you wouldn't be playing the Babylon game no more. This is something that you wouldn't open your eyes for. It might make you feel a little uncomfortable. You don't know where your roots start. They grow right from our heart. You don't know where your roots start. All you know is your stocks and your bonds, yeah. You don't know where your roots start. They grow right from our heart. You don't know where your roots start. All you know is your stocks and your bonds, yeah. What's green to you is green to me. What's clean to you is not the clean for me. So plant down the herb for your friends and your family, and don't let them control the price of your weed. 90 years of prohibition, we took it on and made it our mission to plant the herb and keep it our position. All the time we threat time in prison. If you really knew what you've done this time, but you see him making all the wrong decision. You've got the poor people and the sick people. Hope this time we all could be equal. You don't know where your roots start. They grow right from our heart. You don't know where your roots start. All you know is your stocks and your bonds, yeah. You don't know where your roots start. They grow right from our heart. You don't know where your roots start. All you know is your stocks and your bonds, yeah. You don't know where. All you know is your stocks and your bonds, yeah. Thanks for joining me. Have a lovely day. Go out and do something for yourself today. Get out in nature. This is what we gotta do. Get back to the roots, you know? Much love and God bless.